So in this video, I want to go over exactly figuring out the ultimate course selling platform. As you can see right now on the screen, and as you probably saw in the title and everything like that, we have Whop, then we have Skool. These are two platforms right now that are made to sell informational-based product, and those two are really, really popular at the moment. So I want to figure out which one exactly you looking at this, if you're looking to build your offer, looking to build your course, whatever that is, which one you should go with, right? I'll break down the kind of features and that kind of thing, what they each bring to their own. And that's exactly what I want to do in this video. So at least at the end of the video, you can kind of decide which one to go with, which one kind of suits you best, right? What are these for before I even start? So these are made to sell informational based products. If you don't know what they are, these are info products. This is any kind of coaching you'll see, mentorship, courses, communities. This is essentially what they are. And it's become super popular. And pretty much everybody's selling courses and mentorship programs these days, right? Everybody much is selling it. It doesn't even matter your niche. Everybody's selling this, right? So what that does is that people are essentially turning their attention that they have either in social media, YouTube, whatever, it doesn't really matter, and just simply turning it into cash. It's pretty much the easiest way to be able to turn that attention into cash, and a lot of cash for that matter, right? But through this epidemic came two very large softwares, right? Whop and Skool. Whop is a bit more recent, and Skool's been around with us for maybe a few years now, maybe 2 years at most, but it's still pretty recent, right? 1 or 2 years is pretty still recent. So I want to break over exactly which platform is better for you. So why are they so popular? Well, think about it. A lot of people have something to teach, right? Being able to teach someone others. A lot of people have skills, whether that's a business skill, whether it's cooking skills, fitness skills, whatever that is. Or even specifically niche hobbies, a lot of people have something to teach, and they need a platform to be able to teach that correctly and the most effectively way possible, right? So people are willing as well with that to be able to pay to learn from experts and get outcomes directly. They're looking for experts that can directly teach them what they want to know, and specifically and more specifically, to be able to get outcomes, right? Get a specific outcome and being able to learn that, right? So they're willing to pay big money or just money in general to be able to get that and access it, right? And this is exactly what these platforms are allowing people to do, allowing them to have a platform that pretty much just brings everything together to be able to teach in the best way possible, because there's a lot of demand for people who want to learn and a lot of demand for people who want to teach, right? So it's the perfect fit, and that's why these softwares are popular. And also, it's because they're simple. It's you right here. It kind of starts with you having the knowledge on whatever you're skilled at. You go to a platform, you're able to put all that information, put all the knowledge, the resources into an actual software, an actual platform. And then with that, you're able to help people, and that's going to lead you to being paid, right? So it's pretty simple. The whole system of why these platforms are doing well and why people are jumping in it, and essentially what the business model looks like is exactly this. It's pretty simple, right? So which one should you choose? Before we do the platforms, let's talk about what really makes an offer successful, because I can talk about all the specific, things about the platforms, that kind of thing, but you have to make sure, especially if you're starting out, what actually is going to make you successful. It's not the platform, right? So clarity, what are you offering and who is it? This is exactly determining what the offer you're actually going to build is going to look like. Is it specifically a course? Is it a mentorship? Is it a one-to-one program? And who is exactly for your ICP? Who is exactly who you're trying to target with this specific program or your offer of yours, right? So clarity on it is super, super important before you even kind of dive into the platforms, right? The value. Does your audience feel like they're getting more than they paid for? If you're about to do this, and because of, all the people who are online who are kind of untrustworthy, and it's kind of bringing this reputation of online courses to be kind of scammy, that kind of thing, you have to make sure that what you're actually going to do, the product, is going to bring a lot of value to those people, right? And consistent. Are you showing up and are you delivering over time? This kind of goes with the value. Are you going to be there for the people that you're going to let inside the platform? Because if those things are not even set up before you even choose a platform and before you kind of choose your online offer, they're going to get screwed. It's not going to work. So make sure to have these kind of dialed in before, right? And again, the truth is the platform helps, but it's the quality of your offer that makes or breaks success. So you can be on the best platform possible, but if you have a bad offer, it's not going to work for you. So that's why I wanted to clear out before talking about the offer, right? So do platforms even matter? Okay, now onto the actual platforms. Do they even matter? The answer is yes. Obviously, it matters. Obviously, what you teach on, how easy it is for students, that kind of thing does matter. They make it easier to manage sales, content, and overall your community if you have one as well. Right? It's just easier. The right tools let you focus on the teaching and connections, and not the admin stuff, and not the working on everything. Just kind of systematize everything together. Right? Whop and Skool are both great, but they cater to slightly different needs. So let's kind of dive deeper on what those are and which one would be best for you. So on Whop, it's pretty much an all-in-one. I'll go to Skool in a minute as well. It has courses, it has communities, it has chats, pretty much everything you need in an info product. The membership management, you can easily create multiple tiers with unique perks on that kind of sense. The sales tools, subscriptions, one-time purchases, upsells, it's all there. So when it comes to the selling, being able to figure out the exact pricing you want for your students, that kind of thing, they are really good at that, right? So whether you want to do a yearly thing, monthly thing, have upsells, that kind of things, it's pretty much all included, right? Which kind of Skool is a bit lacking at the moment, right? The analytics, pretty much you can easily track your revenue and the user activity in detail. So when it comes to the actual stats of how much you're making, what are the activity of the students, what are their students' completion rate, that kind of thing, it is very good at that, right? You're going to have the dashboard. I'll show you images in a moment, but it pretty much just tracks everything, which is really, really good, right? So as you can see right here, this is essentially what the user interface kind of looks like. When I was talking about the dashboard, this is exactly what it kind of looks like. You have very like specific kind of dashboards on MRR, total customers, LTV, disputes, whatever. Like you pretty much be able to see it, you're able to track it, which Skool doesn't really have at the moment. It just really says like how much you have and how much you've been making. Like it's not as detailed as that, right? So that's one thing. If that's something it's important to you. And then the rest of it, this is kind of what the platform looks like. Aesthetically, I mean, it is quite dark. I'm not sure exactly if you can adjust that, but it is pretty simple. I mean, here you can put your video modules, everything. Pretty much all the stuff is there. You can also add the apps here. Like you have courses, chats, content. There's a bunch of apps, and they're also like adding also new apps all the time. That's also pretty good. Well, that's kind of Whop and what that looks like. Let's move on to Skool now, which is also very popular and led by like Alex Ramosi and that kind of thing. That's why it's also really popular. So it is all in one as well. It has the courses, it has the community, it has the chats. You can set up the calendar, that kind of thing. For the membership management, you can also easily create multiple tiers with unique perks. It's very easy to use and operate. Like Skool is really like user friendly. That's why they made it. It's really simple to just go in. Like I know Whop kind of seemed a bit complicated with all the little modes and that kind of thing. Skool is very straightforward, and that's why it kind of attracts a lot of people, especially people who are beginners, and especially for the students that come inside. It's very easy for them to operate and navigate the whole infrastructure, right? It has less features than the Whop. Like the Whop is constantly adding a bunch of apps and a bunch of integrations and that kind of thing, and different kind of pricing, whatever. So again, it has less features, it has less possibilities. But again, if that's not something you're too preoccupied with, which you mostly shouldn't, then it's good for that, right? So pretty much Skool, to kind of bring it all together, pretty much has all you need to be able to sell. Like if you're just looking to, package everything, it has this community, it has the courses, it has the chats, whatever, just be able to sell your program and you're more focused on selling, maybe Skool is a better option for you, right? So this is essentially what it looks like. As you can see, quite more simple. You can also put it into black theme. You can have your classroom community. You probably know what a Skool is, right? The chats, everything like that. On to the features comparison. So on the features on the website, so now on the features comparison, for the features on Whop, the membership tools are advanced, and for the Skool, they are pretty basic. Like I said, overall Skool is more simple, right? The gamification, something I'm not talked about as well. On Whop, it is minimum, but on Skool, it is high. That's something they do put, in front with the kind of points and everything like that. So it is more advanced in Skool. Customization, it's high on Whop. And then for Skool, it is just moderate, but there's a bit more customization on Whop possible. Community focus, I'd say Skool is a bit higher than Whop, just because that's their first intention with it. And for affiliate links, so being able to kind of promote either the course or be able to promote the software, Whop is a bit more advanced, and then Skool is still like figuring things out when it comes to affiliate. You can still do affiliate things, but it's just not as advanced as Whop, right? So what's next for you? Well, it kind of all depends on what exactly you're looking for. I would say for you to explore both platforms, specifically on their website, see what they have to offer. They both have YouTube videos as well, explaining what the platform's going to do, more of a breakdown. Get a feel for which one kind of works best for you. You can essentially just go on these platforms and just like look over them. Go inside a community. A bunch of them are free, or make an account, whatever. Being able to see which one you kind of like, which one the aesthetic you like, the features, that kind of thing, right? And essentially just pick one that you feel the most comfortable with, like especially if you're going to be building this this offer of yours, that's going to be your business, that kind of thing, you have to make sure you're comfortable with it. Or if you don't feel comfortable with it, make sure you learn it to be comfortable with it, right? So also something I didn't mention, also make sure to look at the pricing. For Skool, it's $99 per month, which can seem like a lot of money for some or whatever. But on Whop, there is no $99 per month, but it's a 3% of revenue fee. So the second you make a lot of money on Whop, it can definitely be more than Skool. So that's something to check out as well if you're planning to make a lot of money with it. So the bigger picture here, here's the truth, and I also mentioned this in the beginning of the video. The platform matters, but it's not the whole story. A killer offer does not rely on fancy features. It relies on delivering the real value. You could probably have a Google Docs, and if it has more value, it's going to be better than these actual super complex platforms, right? So the best offer owners succeed because they know their audience and show up consistently. So Whop or Skool, the platform is just a means to an end, right? So like I said, platforms are the tools, they're helpful, but they won't magically make your offer successful. Specifically, if you choose one or the other and say, oh, this platform's good, it's new, it's going to help me, and I'm going to be successful with it. It doesn't work like that, right? So you should focus on understanding your audience, what they truly want, that kind of thing, creating something valuable. So make sure you put everything you know inside this platform that you're going to choose to be able to have the most results for them. Being able to showing up and being consistent with the students inside, with your marketing, whatever that is, right? The platform really is just the icing on the cake. And that's exactly what I want to show you, that yes, these are both good platforms. Go check them out on yourself. Pick which one I think was best, but mainly don't really just focus on platforms. Focus about the bigger picture behind it, right? So that's exactly what I'll show you. If you'd like to get my help to be able to set up your own specific offer online and be able to make money with it, it's exactly what we do. I partner with people who are skilled online, be able to help them with their own offer, and specifically people who have kind of an audience online already. So let me know if you want to do that. It's going to be a link below. You can DM me on Instagram, and I'll talk to you in the next video.